It is the entertainment derby of the PL2. Two sides who produce storms of cats, dogs, and exceptional goals. Mwene Malenja stands on the podium for the Golden Boot for the PL2. And although Lockie Nixon of Polonia sits a further 8 goals up the road from him, Mwene's contribution to Oakville is not to be understated. A hat-trick at Oakville's most recent match of the round out at BFP against the Newbury Bulls. Mwene is not one to shy away from the camera in a 4-2 win, which has spurred on their finals push, sitting a point above 5th place Glenwood with a game in hand. A 99th minute equaliser last week by Ulami split the points between the Ravens and the Redbacks. Druitt's goal just past the hour mark deemed not enough for Oakville to take the win home for them. Oakville came into last week with 4 wins on the bounce, including a 3-2 win over promotion hopefuls Polonia. However, their 6th most recent game was a reverse fixture to what we are about to bear witness to tonight, Town Rangers. In 3rd position with a -2 goal difference, is this the most entertaining team we have seen in the PL2? A front three which combined with such tenacity that all 3 could end up on the podium of the Golden Boot race in a few weeks' time. A win tonight will see Oakville leapfrog Town Rangers with a 24 goal difference, contrasting our 2 match of the round competitors tonight. Orhan Iwoha sit currently on 9 goals, Tsialtis on 10. The 3 combined brilliantly for Tsialtis' goal and Orhan's winner against St. Pat's in their most recent match of the round in round 13, sitting behind the ball with 10 men after Napolitano was given his 2nd yellow. Resilience in defence has been the biggest question for both of these sides. Goals are certainly not the issue. We know the attacking threat of both Oakville and Town Rangers all too well. In the 15 games Oakville have played thus far, 9 games have had 5 or more goals, and 5 of Rangers' 16 have gone the same. 3 of Oakville's games have even reached double digits. Will this be more of the same, or Blake Morris and Justin Lukowski's sides look to change things up in the lead up to our final series in a few weeks' time? Bo Clements with you here live from Marayong Park for round 16 match of the round action in the BDSFA PL2. Let's have a look at how our sides will line up this evening. Not the native Colby Park for Oakville tonight, but they are still the home side. Blake Morris's Town Rangers, as I mentioned before, coming away with a 2-1 win at home to St. Pat's 3 weeks ago in their last match of the round visit. Number 1, Amit Chalet in goal. Troy Hamilton, number 25. Number 5, Spencer Gruanu. Number 8, Krishnat Sharma. Number 23, Jackson Vidal. Number 6, Anthony Napolitano. Number 13, Hector Tsialtis. Number 12, Tommy Dixon. Number 9, Ebuka Iwoha. And just waiting for confirmation on the numbers, but Tarkan Chalet and Luke True as well back in the starting side for the Town Rangers. As they get us underway, running right to left on your side. Tsialtis is straight away met with a wall of purple, able to squeeze it out. So we'll just quickly have a scan through the Oakville lineup. Number 5, Nathan Eskelin. Number 5, Greg Durant. Number 10, Benjamin Barrett. Number 15, Connor McIntosh. Number 19, Samuel Romeo. Number 27, Edward Malenja. Number 35, Mwene Malenja. Number 42, Madua Meka. Number 77, Vince Romeo. Number 18, Roy Bergman. And number 26, Emmanuel Issa. Napolitano looking to go long quickly to Chalet. And has given Oakville their first foul of the evening. Thumped long by Eskelinen. Chalet. Napolitano. Oakville turning it over on halfway. Straight away looking to win it back with Napolitano. True. Lovely feet to bring it inside. Chalet rode the contact and wins a foul early. Woha on the edge of the area, dancing around. Beats one, gets a ball into the back post. And Cialtis with an opportunity. Early block pivotal from the Ravens. It's still with Cialtis on the half turn. And eventually the nod on by Chalet. Picked up by Romeo. Dangerous early signs from the visitors. Brought down by Hamilton, who had a bit of a lackluster performance against St. Pat's. Was pulled off. As Town Rangers look to clear their lines and win a throw in promising territory. Flick on looking for Chalet. Stabbed away by Dixon. And Escalinen sends it. Sharma, the only outfield player who was home to receive it. Napolitano. True into Calais. Moine Malenja looking to get in behind. Sharma. Ravens unable to pick him out. Dixon back to Chalet. Sharma being closed down by Moine. True. Over the top. Let's let it go for Woha. We're going to stab at it. Cialtis picking up the scraps. Cialtis just floats one over the crossbar. And it's Town Rangers who have come off the blocks flying. Ravens sort of in their shell at the moment. Missing quite a number of first grade options through injury and suspension. Both Bowen Howard and Dylan Lutkovsky both picking up their 5th yellows last week in the 1-1 draw to the Redbacks. Ryan Schneider also a fringe first grader out for the Ravens tonight. McIntosh has it closed down by Dixon, and Chalet gives it back, and Dickinson right in the back, winning it for the Town Rangers. Cialtis. Napolitano, Town Rangers just looking a lot more settled coming out of their own end than the Ravens have in the opening couple of minutes. Cialtis goes wide, looking for Vidal. Town Rangers squeezing. And they've managed to potentially get in behind here, the Ravens. Malenja playing the 1-2. Gruitt coming out on top on that occasion. Looking to go long, Vital. So unable to find Dixon. Just saw Madua Maker just hobbling around a little bit after the contact with Cialtis a few minutes ago. Over the top looking for Luke Druitt. Open the scoring for the Rangers. No. And this left-hand side for Town Rangers has produced 3 brilliant opportunities so early in the match. Perhaps hasn't warmed up too much, Spencer Gruitt. Bit of tightness, opting to take to the ground, which might give Ravens a chance to regroup and see where they stand. The one breakaway opportunity so far, but Rangers have really looked to get in behind McIntosh and produce something positive. If only the goal was a foot taller, they'd be 3-0 to the good. Cialtis around McIntosh, but forced to turn. Over the top, Chalet, sweeper keeper, out to meet it first. Nearly dropped it onto his son's foot. Dixon looking to snuff out the Ravens back line. Askalinen misread the bounce. Awoha wanted nothing to do with it. Picked up the second effort. Dixon's touch just gets away from him. True, just on the offside position. Cialtis has picked it up in midfield though. It's been so lively from the beginning of the game, and I believe Mwene, no, not Mwene, perhaps Eddie Malenja getting stuck in a bit. Sharma wraps one to the back post. Romeo out to the edge of the area and thumps it clear. Gruitt opted to dance around Druitt and sits him on his backside. Napolitano out to Dixon. Dixon back to Gruitt. Awoha lets it run past McIntosh, and that's intelligent play there from the young winger, as he drives into the box and wraps one off his right foot. Trying to catch out Vince Romeo at the near post. As I mentioned in the round 13, I used to actually play with a booker, and one of those plays where once he's off, it's hard to get that half a yard of space that he's made up back. Has certainly improved his finishing. Still only 19 years of age. possibly mature into a PL1 player. Cialtis looking for the run for True. Escalinen read that well. And now Mwene Malenja looks to go the other way. Down the left-hand side for the Ravens. Past Sharma, past Vital. This is promising for the Ravens. Mwene Malenja goes down in the area. A heart-in-mouth moment for the Town Rangers, and they get away with that one. Certainly against the run of play, but Awoha jammed by McIntosh, but poked it free. Eddie Malenja dances through 3 and 4 and comes to ground and batters into the shin of Gruonu. Neither coming out on top of each other. So both sides will look to just have a word with their troops and reset. Town Rangers have been by far the more impressive side since kickoff. Moine with that brilliant run into the box, and Druitt also combining with Moine a few minutes prior to that, but dare I say, it does look like we will be in for a couple of goals this afternoon. Still just getting back to their feet, Gruonu and Malenja. Mecca also a bit sore on the ankle. Escalinen with the delivery, wraps it to the back post. Nodded away by Sharma. Work's not done yet for Town Rangers. Luke True, cheeky over the head of Barrett. He took that personally as he drives through the heart of the Town Rangers midfield until a brilliant challenge is put in by Chalet. And over the top, Napolitano looking for a Woha. Booker Woha just getting a bit too handsy there. Got Escalinen off balance and ended up on the ground. Eddie Malenja into Romeo. McIntosh. Barrett floats one out wide. Dixon. Hamilton, my apologies, read that one much better. Thumped away by Gruonu. Quick check around the scores. St. Pat's and Parkley 1-1. Polonia 3-1 winners over Newbury, which you'd have to say pretty much confirms their promotion into PL1 as Malenja tries to let one fly. Wenny teasing until Tommy Dixon gets back and helps out Vital. He's picked up the ball for Town Rangers now into Tarkan Chalai. Just this sea of purple in midfield. Just makes the ability that Cialtis has put on show all the more impressive, being able to work in such tight spaces. Glenwood 11-2 over Rudy Hill. As we have a look coming into this, so Glenwood, with the 3 points already in hand, currently sit in fourth and push Oakville out of that top four. Oakville with a win tonight will jump, can go from fifth as they are currently into third and push Glenwood back into fifth spot. So Polonia's pretty well home and dry, but between Parkley, Town Rangers, Oakville and Glenwood, it's really anyone's game for the rest of the top four and even promotion. Not promotion, sorry, as I mentioned before, Polonia is so far up the road. It'll be very difficult for any other side to come out with it. Will be Town Rangers' foul for the infringement on Iwoha. Napolitano, we know he's got a deadly ball on him. Just miscued that one as Malenja looks to burst out from his own area. Cialtis wasn't able to turn it over, but put enough pressure on the pass that Iwoha got a sniff at it. Napolitano over the top looking for True. It doesn't sit up for the Town Ranger. Romeo over the top for Druitt. It's a one-on-one with Chalet. Can he get there first? No, the goalkeeper gets the ball and a late boot to the head as well. As Druitt and Gruenu just sharing a few stern words. This fixture continues to heat up. To the PL1 as well. Eastern Creek 3-2 over the Tigers. Ponds 3-0 over the Ropes. Crossing boys, I'll certainly need that. Ellie's boys from Ponds coming into finals. Doonside 4-1 over Prospect. And Quakers Junior just losing 2-1 out to Marayong, which is, as we've seen across the year, it's just been like trying to stop a freight train with a single cinder block. It doesn't seem like anything's going to be enough to stop Marayong at this stage. And Riverston, an important 1-0 win over Workers, which is perhaps an upset in the balance of the PL1 table. It sort of burns one of those games in hand for the Blacktown Workers in their chase after Eastern Creek. Riverston, that's certainly done them wonders in the club championship. Iwoha battling with Issa. And Luke True, the third man in. Mecca gets us back underway. Bergman into the path of Druitt. He's got incredible pace for such a big man. Gets a delivery in. In fact, no, blocked by Vital. Vital, certainly one of those quiet achiever types. I mentioned about Bannister last week in the Women's Premier League. Just rocks up and for the full 90. You know, you can depend on him to put a 7 or 8 out of 10 in each week. Delivered into the front post. It's in the possession of Sharma, but Mecca's forced it free. Mwene forced to go back to Issa. Ravens' second highest goal scorer, Shakuru, not here tonight through illness. It's ravaged its way through the Ravens squad. Druitt goes to ground with the contact. Play on. Woha charging down Issa. And Vital fouling Mwene Malenja. Sharma being closed down by Druitt. A great smother from the Oakville forward. Now, I mentioned a couple of weeks ago on Eastern Creek and Ponds with that match of the rounds, how Eastern Creek were something of a Robin Hood. Now, looking at Oakville's results, against the other top 5, they've beaten Polonia twice and have to play them again in round 17. Beaten Town Rangers twice and are playing them here. Sorry, 1 win, 1 loss against Town Rangers. A win and a draw against Parklea with a catch-up for round 14 to come after that final match week, round 18. And then a loss, a win, and a draw against Glenwood. So certainly done their bit in taking points off the other teams around them. But as Mark mentioned, it's dropping points against those way further down the table, which has really upset the balance for Oakville this season. For Town Rangers, a win and a loss to Polonia, a win and a loss to Parklea, a win and a loss to Oakville, and 2 wins over Glenwood. So they've still got to take on, including tonight, have still got to take on each of the other top 5 teams once more. Zawoha gets on the wrong side of Issa. And on the edge of the area, Issa fouls Zawoha. Consensus was something he really needed to do, otherwise Zawoha was home free. Few Town Rangers standing over this. Tommy Dixon looks like he'll be the man to take charge. He floats it over the wall and Romeo slides across to clean it up well. Escalinen coming out from the back for the Ravens. Opts to slide wide for Bergman. Mecca Ball just bobbling up a bit in this middle of the park. Down the line looking for Romeo. Throw in for McIntosh into Eddie Melenja. Cialtis right on his heels. Gets the quick free kick out to Mecca. Who finds the man of the hour for the Ravens, perhaps. Mwene Melenja. It's turned over. Cialtis plays through Woha. Linesman's flag has stayed down. And Escalinen, brilliant to turn it over. Napolitano dribbling. Turns it over to Mecca. It's become a right mess in midfield. Napolitano. Escalinen out there first. Druitt, long throw. Just picked up by Chalet. Vital, jammed by his own teammate Dixon. Still with it is Jackson Vital. And turned over here. Eddie Melenja for Ravens. Tries to slide it through to Mwene. Still with it is Eddie. Barrett out wide to Romeo. This is promising from the Ravens, who gets a ball in to Druitt. And Troy Hamilton, who lunged out to try to stop the cross. Just maybe caught the studs off the delivery. Gruinu as well, still clutching at the ankle from before. Barrett down on his back as well. Still only the first half. There's battered bodies all over the park. Romeo intercepts Gruinu's pass. Slides it through Druitt on the first touch. Crucial block from Sharma to take the sting off it. Vital trying to play the switch to Awoha. Romeo being hunted down by Napolitano. Wind certainly starting to pick up at Marayong Park. And Cialtis with a bit of a grappling session on the ground with Barrett. Gives Ravens the foul. Mecca into Mwene. Druitt holds it up well for the Ravens. Eddie into Mwene. Mwene on the half turn. Off balance, couldn't really get the power behind it that he desired. Chalet opts to battle the wind, and it's only gone about 20 metres upfield. Eddie poking one through to Mwene Melenja. And Mwene copping the last touch off Sharma's sliding challenge. Sharma into Dixon. Turned over by Bergman. Mwene in open space. Lines a ball up to the back post. Druitt coming back the other way. Awoha has gotten the better of Bergman, but not before the ball had already gone out. Eddie Melenja. Out wide for McIntosh. Durant. It's put on too much pressure there by Grunew. Tarkin Chalet. Too lackadaisical there. Mwene Melenja driving at the Rangers back line. And just takes a deflection off Sharma's shin. After riding the first 15 minutes, which Town Rangers have certainly come off the block flying, it's the Ravens who have looked the more dominant side. Still 0-0 here at Marayong Park. Bo Clements with you here for the round 16 match of the round. The battle still continuing to heat up. Dixon, play goes on as Dixon tries to play it through to Tsialtis. Mwene back on his feet for the Ravens. As Bergman thumps it out into touch. Another 12 to go in the first half, still 0-0. Awoha picking up a few meters for the Rangers. Won't feature again in the regular season in terms of the match of the round, but next week we'll have the other finals contenders, Glenwood and Parklea, out at Blacktown Football Park from 7 o'clock. And coming into this evening's fixtures, Parklea was second, Glenwood were fifth, but after that draw that Parklea had and the win that Glenwood have had, a draw here could really tighten things up all across the board and make it potentially a 3-point gap between second and fifth. As Romeo is just unable to cut that one out. McIntosh does well though against Tsialtis. Melenja with plenty of space, but was just too high and opted for the flick on Chalai into Awoha, inviting the pressure of Escalinen. Mwene Melenja back in defense for the Ravens. Ravens look a lot more fluid in their positioning. A few players just sort of floating around. It's McIntosh is pushed further forward. Barrett out to right back. Mecca, centre back Issa into holding midfield. And none of these players have started in that role. Romeo gets the flick on for Mecca. Gotten it past Chalet as well. Druitt, beautiful turn of the body, but came back from an offside position. And that's a real let-off for the Town Rangers. Was a 2-0 win for the Ravens in the reserve grade. Sharma thumps it upfield looking for Dixon. Still a chance for Town Rangers. Chalet is hunted down by Bergman. Out wide to Awoha. Can he get a ball in? Under pressure by Issa. Still a chance here with Vital. Gets a ball into the back post, looking for Hamilton on the right foot. That just didn't sit right for him. And that left-hand side again. A bit of space opens up for the Town Rangers to get a shot away. Druitt got a bit of a touch in the back from Karuni, which sent him wayward. But he's won it back, and Mwene Malenja can bomb in, giving it back to Druitt, who's one-on-one and opens the scoring for the Ravens. And the effort from the big man up front has turned a goal up for the Ravens. After copping the brunt of the physicality of the Town Rangers defence, Greg Druitt hunted down Sharma and poked it through to Mwene, who might have had the pace to go himself, but intelligently looked to go back the other way and set up Greg Druitt. Picks up his 5th goal and picks up 2 in as many weeks. Escalinen. And what sort of response will we see from the Town Rangers? We mentioned before there's been plenty of goals when either side here is taken to the field for a PL2 game. And Napolitano got a touch there on Druitt. No malice in it, but a foul nonetheless. So Eddie Malenja will pick one up. About 30 yards out. The wind really starting to bear down on Marayong Park. Apologies for any audio issues. To the back post it goes. It's tucked away only momentarily. It's Cialtis. About 5 meters away from his own goal line. Romeo with a real lackluster delivery into the area. Cialtis, great feet there. Luke True skipping inside of McIntosh, just losing his footing there under the challenge of Romeo. Druitt. Vital wins it back. Awoha wrestled to the ground by Bergman. Hamilton. 5 to go here in the first half at Marayong Park. True. Inside to Awoha. Surprised that managed to go through that sea of bodies and find Awoha on the right-hand side. Bergman goes down the line looking for Barrett, who sizes up Sharma inside to Mwene. Great challenge there from Vital. As I mentioned before, just a real quiet achiever. Doesn't deal with the nasty side of the game, but just shows up and does his job. And Cialtis has won a foul just a few meters inside Ravens territory. Napolitano, just a lapse in communication there with Hamilton. As Hamilton drifted inside, Napolitano opting for the wide option. He's back again with it now, Napolitano, the outside of the boot. It wasn't a great delivery nor shot. Escalinen floats at Gruenu, beating out Druitt there. Ravens hungrier in the midfield. A real congestion of bodies in that middle third. Mwene into Barrett. It's almost a 4-on-4 really. Up top for the Ravens between Barrett, Druitt, Romeo, and Mwene Malenja. Barrett seems like he's playing a bit of a 10 role, but interchanging with Mwene. Town Rangers get another free kick. No, just a throw in. Awoha rode the challenge of Bergman, gets a ball in to the front post looking for True. He thanked Awoha for the service, but couldn't get on the end of it. Still a corner though for Town Rangers. Two minutes of added time. Will be coming our way. Still 90 seconds of regular time though to be played before that. Cialtis, the wind really taking it away from him. And Escalinen was the first one out to it. Mwene looks to lose Vital and play Escalinen. The centre half well out of his depth. Sharma get the foul right on the halfway mark. Floats to the 18-yard box and Mwene gets right under it. And the wind carries it out into touch. Sharma out wide to Napolitano. Chalet. Not sure what happened there. The wind almost change the trajectory of it. It looked like it was going, oh, that's cheeky from Napolitano through the legs of Eddie Melenja. And that will be the final bit of football in this opening 45. It's halftime here from Marayong Park. It's Oakville Rangers 1, Oakville Ravens 1, Town Rangers 0. Welcome back to the second half at a windy Marayong Park for round 16 match of the round action. It was Greg Druitt who got the goal in the first half, courtesy of his own hard work, and Wenny Malenja playing it back in field. I think Tommy Dixon has come off at halftime for the Town Rangers, just waiting on confirmation as to who has come on to replace him. Chalet barreled into by Mecca. We finally managed to get the scissor lift working. Haven't gone as high as we would like, but of course the wind sort of forcing our hand in that decision. It goes long. Chalet, the first man on the scene. Eddie Malenja squeezes it through a keyhole into Mwene Malenja. Space to break into, and he's gotten past Vital, but Napolitano slammed the door shut. Druitt has gotten past Chalet and makes it 2 for the Ravens. And seemingly out of nothing, Greg Druitt has a brace. And I said it's Mwene who usually stands up in the big occasion and is made up top. Greg certainly wanting to get in the goals himself. Harp on constantly about the efforts of defending from the front, and both goals have come from Greg Druitt winning the ball high up the field. Mecca wrestles it free for the Ravens, drops it off to McIntosh. Cialtas loses his footing, still with it though. Barrett turns it over. Druitt on for a hat-trick, maybe! Just flashes the side netting. Took a deflection from Gruenu on the way in. Delivered into the front post. Corners not a real friend of either side so far tonight, particularly on this far hand side of the field as the wind is traveling in an easterly direction. And Malenja from range pops one, just ends up on where the 6-yard line meets the goal line. Sharma coming out from his own end has switched sides with Gruenu, if only momentarily. Luke True looks to get in behind Escalinen. He's had his hands full, Escalinen, but has been impressive in the first half. It's Tyrell Picton the number 2, who also has come on at halftime for Tommy Dixon, sorry. Sort of sitting on that left-hand channel. It's Luke True. He's come more into the middle. Don't believe Ohana's set to make an appearance tonight either, as Mwene Malenja feeds it through. Druitt has a sweep at it. But copped vital more than the ball. The Rangers and Ravens both keen to huddle up on the bench and keep each other as warm as they can. Might have to take a page out of the book of what the girls down at the Illawarra Stingrays do, bring blankets and sleeping bags for the bench in the NPL Women's, as Mwene Malenja got past one and has barreled Barrett into the ground. Ewoha trying to jam it free from Escalinen. Stabbed away by Picton. True, still going with it. And eventually Mwene waited, bided his time and knocked it free and wins the foul. Eddie Malenja dropping in to receive. Mecca jammed by Vital. Picton almost lost out there. Napolitano going long. Issa, bit of miscommunication at the back with Romeo's, given True the option to float one to the back post. Cialtis lets it ride. And off balance, couldn't get the shot away. Chalet met the challenge of Bergman and it rifled off the kneecap of Tarkan. Cialtis on the deck. Not sure if it's the cold or an actual challenge which has set him there. Flick on from Romeo. Druitt. Back inside, Hamilton reading it well for the Rangers. The massive hill to climb will go to a -4 goal difference in the top 4 if the game's to end with this scoreline. Seems like Druitt doesn't want it to end at just 2-0. He's hungry for a hat-trick. Town Rangers, as I mentioned before, with a handful of games left to play, still have to take on the remainder of the top 5, and this is not the way they wanted it to go. As Eddie Malenja drifted into the area, Rangers scrambled. Luke True looks to go the other way, gets past McIntosh. A brilliant sweeping effort there from Escalinen. Mecca just lost it. Barrett riding the challenge of Iwoha. And Kruenu thumps it long, but Iwoha had to drop in to win it in the first place. Couldn't get back there in time. And allows Ravens to reset and go again. Cialtis just copped A hit to the Achilles. Good sportsmanship there from Eddie Malenger. Romeo thumps it long. It's a one-on-one. The curve has benefited Druitt, and he just trying to start and send Sharma the wrong way. He's done it to himself. He's been made a bit of a fool there from Sharma. Bodies flying everywhere at the moment. Woha does well to fight off Issa, but Escalinen comes out with it. McIntosh. Picton has not had too much of the ball since coming on. Just have a quick look at the run-in for these two sides. Glenwood away in the midweek. Round 7 catch-up. As True gets into the area. Escalinen having none of it. And has put it out onto the other side of the road. So next weekend, Town Rangers at home at Popondetta to Rudy Hill. As the effort from Napolitano goes all the way through to Vince Romeo. The round 18 against Park Lee. And then the round 14 catch-up out to Polonia. A fixture list that few would desire, as Romeo, as he's have it stopped in its tracks by Sharma. So Rangers based on the ladder this morning. Obviously things have changed since then, seeing as this is the last PL2 game of the afternoon. We'll have to take on 4th midweek, 5th tonight, Park Lee in round 18, and then another midweek game out to Polonia. So if Town Rangers end up in the top 4, they've on the one hand might come out battered and bruised from it all, but on the other hand, this is a taste of finals football. They're getting a taste of all of their potential adversaries. Can figure out what their strengths are, what the other side's strengths are. Will certainly be this man here, Mwene Malenger and Greg Druitt. Two boys that Blake Morris will have to put a lot more emphasis on if the Ravens and Rangers meet once again in the final series. Romeo having swapped with Barrett, who's currently in the right wing role. Druitt managed to roll it through Napolitano. Barrett on the reverse pass, looking to find Mwene Malenger. Vital turning it straight back over though. Romeo not a fan of that. Escalinen with the in-swinger for the Ravens. Floats it up to the back post. He's looking for Romeo. McIntosh headed away by Chalet. Iwoha intercepts. Holds it up for True. One-on-one with Escalinen. Ravens get plenty of numbers behind the ball. Stops the opportunity dead in its tracks. Vital. Mwene misread it. Napolitano miscontrolled it. Druitt just ran into Tarkin Chalet. Iwoha has managed to get his legs free of Issa. Still with it is Iwoha. That's great footwork. And almost found himself in on goal, but it's been pulled back for the free kick. Looks like Cialtis will be the man to take charge in this scenario off the left peg. No Mert Orhan. Cialtis around the wall and off the crossbar. Still a chance for Iwoha. So he gets it back out to Picton. And it's read well by Eddie Malenja. Romeo goes long to Druitt, but he couldn't keep it in. So close, a matter of inches for the Town Rangers. If you missed the first half, I had a few opportunities which just went over the crossbar within the first 5-10 minutes of the game. Since then, it has been really thin pickings for the Town Rangers as Cialtis comes back in onto the left. Vital tried to squeeze it through the size of a keyhole. And Eddie Malenja was there to get it before it found another Town Ranger. McIntosh got the final touch there. Thump clear by Escalinen. Sharma back to Chalet. With it again is Sharma. Druitt just a bit sore in the calves. Come over and was using a metal water bottle as a roller. Mwene. Back to Bergman. Cialtis closed him down. Ravens yet to go to their bench, which is thin as it is, as I mentioned before. Dylan Lutkovsky, Ryan Schneider, and Bowen Howard all suspended. Howard and Lutkovsky picking up their 5th yellows last week to Glenwood. Bergman air swings at it. Napolitano brings it down to Sharma. Puts one in the area looking for True. Romeo the first one to it. McIntosh. Ravens struggling to come out from their own end here. As Napolitano feeds it through to Gruniu. Cialtis. Pokes it out wide, looking for Picton. Couldn't find his target. Gruenew out wide for Vital. Cutting in, sizing up his options. Vital out wide to Picton, who clips one to the back post. Gruenew chases it. Greg Druitt, no hat trick for him tonight. The calves giving way. So number 34, Elamani Shabani. On for the Ravens. Eddie Melenja finds his way into open space. Cialta's bearing down on him. Mwene stuck in a triangle of Town Rangers players. True sizes up Issa down the right-hand side. Cialtas inside to Chalet. Vital into Cialtas. And Mwene's poked it free. And they can go the other way here, the Ravens, with Vital and Gruenew out of position. Mwene inside, and Barrett will hit a crossbar, just not the right one. Napolitano lets it roll, and it's gone through to Eddie. Eddie Melenja for the Ravens. Barrett. Hamilton, well read there by the fullback. There's numbers for Town Rangers if they can break away. Issa putting a stop to it though at the first man. Well read there by Sharma to cut out the ball for Shabani, but he's ended up with it anyway. Mwene Melenja at the back post. Well read by Gruenew. Bergman did get the final touch there. It's an important read. And Bergman taking no chances. Cialtas into the path of True. Bergman. The flick on from Barrett. Cut out by the Rangers. Iwoha hunting down Romeo. Hamilton opts for safety in Chalet. Gruenew. Vital's touch is heavy. Picton, nifty there to get away from Mecca. True in between Escalinen. Punched away by Romeo. Didn't want to take any chances. It's been misread by Vital. Shabani. Napolitano, no one wants the second ball. Shabani said, give it to me, and wins the foul. I'm not sure if the camera picked it up, but Shabani's wearing the magic gloves as Greg Druitt described them. Have something of a magic touch. Mwene comes down this left-hand side, Wynn picking back up, rocking the scissor lift. Eddie Melenja back to Mecca. Bergman was jammed there by Troon. Escalinen picks it up for the Ravens, drives into Town Rangers territory. And caught the challenge in the back from Vital. Still just one change per side. Ravens only committing 4 up front. Not wanting to give Town Rangers a sniff on the counter. Picking it up as Mwene. He got a shot off, but Sharma got a touch to it. Ravens again turn it up, turn it over in the final third. Bergman brought it Woha all the way to his doorstep and sent it back the other way. Romeo loses out to Hamilton. He's had a much better performance tonight than he did against St. Pat's. Woha steals it from Barrett. And now looks to blitz past McIntosh. And wins a foul in the final third. Great work from the young forward. When they're the only Raven not in the area for the Ravens. And the wind stops it in its tracks again. Cialtis picks it up on the edge of the area. He looks to send Bergman the wrong way. Travels through a sea of legs, but can't wrong foot Romeo. Another 15 and a bit left to play here. It's still time for Town Rangers to pick up a goal or two. Conversely, still time for Ravens to add to their ever so impressive goal tally. We had a look before it. Town Rangers run home Oakville midweek at home to Blacktown St. Pat's. They'll actually be here again at Marayong Park. Then again next weekend on the 27th at home to Polonia. On round 18 at home once again to Newbury. Joel Setkovitz off for Roy Bergman. Tarkan Chalet also off. Just wait to get confirmation for the Town Rangers substitute. Bryce De Souza for Town Rangers, number 11. So Setkovitz out to left back. De Souza up front. As Morris Asai chases this match of the round. So it starts to get away from them. True going quick to Cialtis. De Souza, his first touch. Back to Cialtis. Drifting pass. Eddie Malenja out wide for Picton. Cialtis on the half turn. The touch is heavy. And Napolitano was flying towards it. Hamilton. Gets rid of Romeo. Comes back inside. The delivery into Awoha. Hasn't been dealt with yet. And Mwene chases down Sharma and Vital. A bit of to and fro in the backfield. That drop ball back in Sharma's possession. True, he's dropped into midfield since De Souza's taken the field. Sitkovitz gets the final touch. Gruenu started to commit to playing further forward. Perhaps a bit of Route 1 football coming our way. Mwene Malenja looks to shut down Sharma, and he's done enough. He's won a throw in for the Ravens. Eddie Malenja closed down by Picton and Cialtis. A true poor touch. Hospital pass to Vital. Vital recovers. True. Wrestled by Shabani. Escalinen sized up by Awoha. Precious time being wasted for the Town Rangers. Sent long, and Sitkovitz can't get a touch. Cialtis out to Gruenu. The back post touched by Awoha, just gets away from him. It's a great ball in from Spencer Gruenu. Romeo can't get a touch. It's True with it in midfield, dancing around, but it's been turned over. Shabani waiting for Mwene at the back post. The chance is still on Mwene, trying to get past Gruinu, gets her poking at the near post. Gruinu did all that he could. Backpedaling the hands of Mwene Malenja. And just a bit of field work very late in the day here at Marayong Park. Using a water bottle as a peg. Proper park footy stuff. This is delivered into the front post. Shabani looks like he's copped it in probably the least desired area. Napolitano and Shabani. Both being given a stern warning from the ref. Seven to play here at Marayong Park. Still Oakville with the 2-goal lead, courtesy of Greg Druitt. Goal on either side of half-time, my apologies. As Hamilton looks to make half a yard on McIntosh, but the right fullback for the Ravens stands up and wins the foul. Romeo going long into Gruinu. Impressive there. Dribbling through. Getting it through to De Souza. Cialtis. Down the right-hand side. Into Napolitano. And the loose touch is picked up. Mwene's able to keep it in. Mwene just nicking it past Napolitano. Toying with them as Mwene until Gruinu got the shoulder in front. Cialtis bundled over by Barrett. Not a lot of time left for Town Rangers. But if they can get something out of this set piece, then maybe. True to the back post. Romeo comes out to get it. Gets a touch. Woha kept it in, but only to the benefit of McIntosh. True. Downline for Cialtis. Sidkovitz off balance. True coming inside for Cialtis. Does well to sell Eddie. Eskalinen. Shabani looking to press Sharma. The only man at the back left for the Town Rangers. Vital. Gets past Eddie Melenja. Barrett almost has his pocket picked. And the Ravens get it away, if only for a moment. And now Shabani onside and one-on-one with Chalet. To make it 3 for the Ravens, it's taken forever and he can't do it. He can't finish it off. Took an eternity to pick his spot. And they can still go again. Wene in open field as Romeo comes inside. Sharma. Pokes it to Hamilton, who sends it back to his goalkeeper, Chalet. D'Souza gets the first touch. Eddie wrapping his leg around Cialtis to win the ball. Eskalinen. Beautiful there from Wene. Able to keep it in and drive into the box, cutting it back. Sharma. Eddie Melenja just leaving a late foot in and managed to tuck it out. Sitkovitz inside for Mecca. Gruinu. Again, clutching at that ankle that he had issues with in the first half. Picton into Woha. There's 3 bodies down now. Looks like McIntosh and Picton on that far side, and Gruinu getting the attention of the referee at the moment. So our next fixtures, 3 midweek catch-ups. Rudy Hill hosting Newbury, Glenwood hosting Town Rangers, and Oakville hosting St. Pat's. And then next weekend, Oakville and Polonia, Town Rangers and Rudy Hill, Newbury and St. Pat's, and Glenwood and Parklea in the match of the round out of Blacktown Football Park. Cialtis into a Woha. Cialtis straight into the path of Romeo. A real let-off for the Ravens back line. So you just creep into stoppage time. Romeo with a big thump upfield. Napolitano just with a little flick to win the throw in. So tomorrow in the Women's Premier League, it'll be Quakers Hill Tigers hosting at Patterson Reserve the Rouse Hill Rams. In a 7th v 10th battle, the Quakers hoping to pick up a point or so to continue to build their improving performances that they've had across 2024. So the Ravens just look to see out the clock. Mwene. Still with it is Mwene Malenja. True. Doesn't have feet as nifty as Mwene. Puts it out for a throw-in. Mwene into stoppage time, the first yellow card of the night. Gruenu put under pressure there, and the Ravens will take the 3 points home to Colby Park. Greg Druitt with a brace. An impressive performance yet again from Oakville's man of the season, really, Mwene Malenja. But it was Greg Druitt whose defensive efforts from the front jammed the ball free on 2 occasions, nicking the ball off Sharma and intercepting the back pass to Chalet. Sometimes you really just make your own luck in these sort of fixtures. Full time here from Marayong Park. It's Oakville Ravens 2, Town Rangers 0. Join us next week, of course, Parkley and Glenwood from Blacktown Football Park at 7 o'clock. That'll be all for tonight. Thanks for joining us.